turned my home into a makeshift studio. I will be teaching a 60-minute class. I usually do a combination of Hatha and Vinyasa, so many benefits to both practices, so I like to combine them. As always, take your time through your practice, make your practice your own. If you have a variation you want to go for, you've been practicing a while, take it there. If you need to take a break, if you need to catch your breath and reconnect with your body, give yourself permission to come back to a lying posture in Shavasana or resting in Child's Pose. Have water nearby and have water breaks as you like. I'll have a couple set up throughout class. And I also encourage you to use any props you like. So I have options to use blocks. I like to have blocks handy nearby when I'm practicing, and a strap or a towel. So with that being said, go ahead and get your mind in that place of where you can focus on you and your yoga practice for the next 60 minutes. I also want to say welcome to all of you who are new to my practice, and then also hi to everybody from the club, CBRC. I miss you guys, and so hopefully I can keep doing at least one class a week until we can reconnect and get back together. All right, we're going to start out in our practice in Shavasana. So start off by lying on your back. Start to work your shoulder blades down your spine. Let your palms face the sky, and let your ankles just start to spill open. Inhale your arms up overhead, stretch your body long in opposite directions, point your toes, reach. Extend through your fingertips, exhale the arms up and over, back down by your sides. A couple more times with your breath. Inhale, spark the fingers, reach them up and overhead. Expand your rib cage, draw the breath in, exhale, arms up and down by your side. Once more like this. Inhale, arms overhead, reach long. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale the arms up overhead, coming into banana pose. Take your hands and work them over towards the right. Gently begin to work your feet over towards the right. You're welcome to stay right here where you're at. If you're feeling a nice stretch through your left side body, I encourage you to just stay and enjoy that. Make sure both shoulder blades are pressing down into the mat. Your hips are still on the mat. If you want a little more, you can take your right hand and grab the left wrist, drawing it up and over, perhaps even crossing your left foot over the right. Check it out. See if it feels good for you. If it's not in your practice today, it's okay. Give yourself permission to come back to where you were. Take a few breaths here. Let your face soften. Feel the left side of your ribs ignite as you draw a breath in. Exhale the arms and feet back to center, and then over to the left. Settling in for a few breaths. Let your right side start to open up. Just notice the sensations. Notice the breath, the easy flow in and out through the nose. If you did on the other side, you can grab hold of your right wrist, drawing it up and over. Maybe activating by crossing one foot over. You can check it out. Try crossing the right foot over. Maybe you feel a better stretch by crossing the left. See what feels best for you, what your body is calling for. Next exhale, allow yourself to come back to center. Preparing for a transitional sit-up. Cross the thumbs, flex the feet. Inhale up, double exhale. Reaching for your toes. Here, walking off the soft part of the glutes onto your sit bones, using peace sign fingers, grabbing for big toes, or if that's not quite in your practice, perhaps grabbing for ankles or calves, or using your strap, looping it over the ball of the feet. Find that place where you can have a nice tall spine. Imagine the crown of your head is lengthening away from your sacrum, your tailbone. With each inhale, you draw upward just a little bit more. As you exhale, maybe you can find a little micro bend in your elbows. Inching your way forward just a tad, but if you feel your spine start to round, that's where you'll stop and hold. Keep pressing your chest forward. Let your heart be lifted. Use your breath to help guide the movements. As you inhale, find space, bringing your breath all the way down your core into your hamstrings. Is there any tight places where you're holding on to stagnant energy? Collect that tight spaces. And as you exhale, let go. Anything that you're holding on to, it's no longer serving you. And release. Crisscrossing your legs, rolling over onto all fours, coming into cat-cow for a few rounds to warm up our spine. So stacking hands right under the shoulders, knees under the hips. As you inhale, gaze turns up, tailbone lifts, belly drops. Exhale, round through the spine like a scared Halloween cat. Let your head hang towards the mat, tailbone points down, belly's drawing in towards the spine. Inhale, peel the chest through. Start to move with your own breath at your pace. There's no right or wrong way to do this posture. You can let the movements be as little or as exaggerated as you like. Just another round or two, and we'll meet back at our neutral spine. In our neutral spine, head is in line, head and neck in line with the spine, gaze is down at your mat, about a foot in front of your hands or so. From here, we're going to take the hips in large circular motion. So as you exhale, bring the hips over to the right, down towards your feet, back towards the left. As you inhale, up, back to center. Continue to move with your breath. Big circles through the hips, loosening up, preparing those major muscle groups for our practice ahead. About 5 or so rounds on one side, and then we'll switch and take it the other direction. Coming back to center. Begin to stabilize, engaging your core. Inhale, the right arm reaches long. Exhale, extend the left leg back. Maybe the toe stays on the mat. Maybe you lift it up. As you exhale, draw the belly in and crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Last one, really make it count. Exhale, crunch, hold it in. Inhale, lengthen. Take a bend in the knee and see if you can grab hold of the top of the foot. Maybe you're just staying right here. Maybe you're extending arm and leg. See where you're at today. If you can grab hold of the top of the foot, begin to gently extend your foot up towards the sky. Start to open up through your right shoulder. And gently release. Exhale, extend the legs, release them down. Extend the leg and arm, I should say. Inhale, left arm reaches. Extend the right leg back. Like you did on the other side. Take a minute to stabilize your core. And then as you exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach and hold. Bend the knee, grab hold of the foot. Take a moment just to set it up. Find that place where you can hold ease. Gently begin to kick the toes up towards the sky. Open through your left shoulder. Exhale, release, hand and foot back down to the mat. Nice work. Take your toes, tuck them under, and send your hips high to your first downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, hands are about shoulder distance apart, fingers spread wide like starfish. Your heels are reaching down towards the mat, and the tailbone is reaching up towards the sky. You're creating an inverted V shape with your body. Take a moment just to sink in to your downward facing dog. Take in a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand your ribs side to side, filling your lungs as full as you can. And as you exhale, open the mouth, HA. From here, walk your dog out, alternate pressing the heels down, bending your knees. Starting with the rounding, coming from your tailbone, your sacrum, start to round and come forward to a high plank. In your high plank, your shoulders stacked right over the wrist, straight line from your shoulder to your hips to your ankles. This is the exact distance your hands and feet should stay apart in downward facing dog. Engage your core, exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Just notice how this feels. Inhale the heels high, stretching the soles of the feet. Exhale, press them low. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, the knees low. Look forward and gently step or hop, feet to the hands. Coming into our first forward fold. Feet are hip distance or 2 fist width apart if you want to measure. Coming into ragdoll. Grab for opposite elbows. Let your pinkies rest in the crooks of the elbows. And let your upper body sway side to side. Maybe a gentle yes, no shake. Making sure you're not holding any tension in your neck. If it feels good, you can play around, shifting the weight forward and back to the balls of your feet and back again. Knees can be bent in this posture or straight, just seeing what feels good to you in your low back, what your body's calling for today. Release your hands down to the mat and slowly begin to inhale your way up, stacking one vertebrae at a time, head and neck last to arrive. When you get there, a nice shoulder roll or two, up towards your ears, back and down. We'll take it the other way, back towards the wall behind you, up towards your ears and down. Inhale, circle sweep, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, bring it in. Take a moment here just to pause, soften your gaze or close your eyes. And if you'd like to set an intention or dedication to class, now is a good time to do so. Maybe just calming your mind for a moment, letting the next 60 minutes be just about you and your yoga practice. Coming back into your mountain pose, palms facing the wall in front of you, heels and toes touching. Start to root down through all four corners of your feet. Lift your toes up off the mat. And just notice that rooted sensation. Engage your quadriceps. Feel them lifting the kneecaps upward. Legs are nice and engaged. Gently release your toes back down onto the mat, but stay light in the toes. This is how you'll want to be in your standing postures. Inhale, circle sweep, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, hinging forward. Inhale, halfway lift with a straight spine. Here, you can rest hands on blocks if you like. Rest them on your shins or hover. Exhale, plant the hands and step the right foot back. Back knee down, top of foot flat. Inhale, back bend lunge. Fingers are sparked like you're holding a beach ball overhead. Maybe you test your balance and turn your gaze upward a little bit. Drop your shoulders down. Feel your chest opening. Feel your right hip flexor. Exhale, hands to the mat. Curl the right toe under. Send the left leg back, downward facing dog. We'll go through our modified flow. First go around, inhale brings you forward, high plank. Drop the knees down, tops of feet flat. Exhale, lowers you down. Elbows are close like little grasshopper wings. All the way until chest and belly connect. Inhale to baby cobra. Using just your back strength, you can test yourself, lifting the hands off the mat. This is right where you want to be. If you feel yourself drop, then stop and hold it there. Engage your back muscles. Exhale, press back onto the knees, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, back knee down. Inhale, back bend lunge. Making sure that your front foot is stacked directly under the knee or forward ahead of the knee, never pressing back behind the knee to help protect your knee joint. Staying here for a breath or two, opening up space in the left hip flexor. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot meets right, forward fold. Head is heavy. No tension in the neck. Inhale, circle sweep, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center and mountain. Take a minute to let that first set integrate, maybe a shoulder roll or two. Shake it out if it feels good. Second set, we'll give an option for a full flow. Inhale, circle sweep, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, right foot back, back knee down. Inhale, back bend lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. If you're new to practice, feel free to take your modified flow. If you're feeling fatigued or extra tired, give yourself permission to take your modified flow. For a full flow, inhale brings you forward to a high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Elbows reach a 90-degree bend. Inhale, peels the chest through. Only hands and tops of feet are touching, or an upward facing dog. Exhale, use your core strength. Roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back knee down. Inhale, back bend lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot meets right, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center and mountain. Third and final set, we'll move a little faster here. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands through heart center or swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine, engaging your shoulder blades towards one another. Plant the hands, right foot back. You know where you're going. Inhale, back bend lunge. Let your breath guide the movement. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale brings you forward, high plank, your choice, full or modified flow. Either way, exhale lowers you down, elbows are close. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, using your core strength. Press back, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back knee down. Inhale, back bend lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot meets right, forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Let your body sway for a moment. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center and mountain. If you'd like to grab a little sip of water, go for it. We're coming into a few balancing postures and will help raise our heart rate. So hopefully you're feeling nice and warmed up in your bodies. Coming to the top of your mat, just turning to face you, but you're welcome to stay facing straight ahead at the top of your mat. Making your way into mountain pose. Garurasana, eagle. Inhale, circle, sweep arms overhead. Identify your right hand, and as you exhale, swoop. Right hand under left, crossing at elbows and wrists. Thumbs towards the face, palms together. Draw the elbows down, sink down low, and find your eagle legs. Right leg out and then high up and over. The higher you get it to cross, the more of a wrap you'll get. Trying to wrap that foot all the way around the calf. See if you can squeeze the arms, squeeze the legs, sink down a little lower in the legs, be tall through the torso. Nice work. And change. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, swoop, left arm under right. Finding your eagle arms. Draw the elbows down, sink it nice and low. Left leg out, high up and over. Finding your drishti, your focal point, at one speck ahead of you, right where your third eye center would be if you had a mirror. Squeeze arms and legs if you do have a mirror. Check in with your alignment. Your wrists stack over your elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankles, one straight line. Sometimes our knees tend to shift off to one side or the other. Try to draw them back to center. Squeeze arms, legs as tight as you can, opening up all 26 major joints in the body. And change. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands by your side. Coming back into your mountain pose, engage both your quads, engage your glutes, feel the energy drawing up into your core, engage your core. Root down through the left foot and gently begin to lift the right heel up. Maybe this is right where you stay, working on the balancing on your left leg. Maybe you bring the foot up to a 90-degree bend at your hip, your knee, and your ankle so your toes are flexing towards your face. Here again, you're gaining all the benefits of this posture, working on your foundation, strengthening your foundational leg, working on your balance. You're welcome to have something to hold on to steady yourself. If it helps, you can grab hold of a wall. You're welcome to stay right here, or if you'd like to take it a little further and you've been practicing a while, rounding forward, grabbing hold of your foot with an all 10-finger basket grip. Inhale, lifting up through the core. So you should have very little or no pressure in your lower back. From here, you can extend. So you have two straight legs. Maybe you begin to draw your upper body down, eventually connecting forehead to knee. Taking it back to a bent knee. We'll all meet here. Take hold of your knee with the right hand. Extend the left arm out to the side like your counterbalance. And bring it out to the side. Engage your core. Bring it back to center. Arms up overhead, extend the leg. Lift it up as high as you can. Your goal is hip level. Lift, 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 and change. Release, arms down by your side. Inhale, circle sweep arms. Exhale, bring it in. Find a little bend in your knees. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, pressing the breath all the way down into your quads. Inhale, bringing in all this good energy, oxygen. Exhale, sending it to your major muscles. Once more. Making your way back to mountain. Engage your right leg. Setting up for the other side. Lift the left heel off the mat. Maybe you stay right here if you did on the other side. Always trying to match what you do on one side with the other, helping to create that sense of symmetry in the body. Staying right here if you did on the other side. If you'd like to take it a step further, when you're ready, engaging your core, rounding forward, like you're rounding over a beach ball. Once you've found your grip, inhale, lift. And when you're ready, you can extend. Trying to keep heel at hip level, 2 straight legs. No bend or wobble in your foundational leg, your standing leg. If it starts to bend or wobble, that's when you know you need to come back to bent knee. Taking the knee in the left hand, right arm out as your counterbalance, gently draw it out to the side. Exhale, bring it back to center. Reach both arms up overhead. Extend the foot out. Lift, 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 and change. Release it down. Exhale, arms by your side. Nice work. Taking it back to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. This posture also helps to get our heart rate up. The next posture we do will help to bring it back down. Inhale, circle sweep, arms overhead. Interlacing all 10 fingers, release your index finger, lock your arms out, biceps close to the ears. Take a big step forward with your right foot. Point the left toe and then charge, upper body down, leg up. Like a teeter-totter. Straight line from your fingers all the way to your left toe. Roll your left hip down, square them off, and change. Step it back, feet together. Opposite side. Big step forward with your left foot. Point the right toe and charge. Upper body down, leg up. Lengthen through the body. Lift your back leg. Stretch it towards the back wall. Stretch the fingers towards the front wall and change. Feet together. Exhale, arms by your side. Take a quarter turn to your right. Inhale, circle sweep arms overhead. Take a big step out with your left foot. Hands come parallel to the mat. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Exhale, hinge forward at the waist. Coming down until your hands can connect to the mat. Maybe you widen your stance just a little bit. If you know headstand, tripod, and you want to go for it, you're certainly welcome to. Otherwise, just hanging out here with me, maybe grabbing hold of the outsides of your feet, your ankles, calves, whatever you can. If your forehead's not connected to the mat, that's okay. Look down at your mat where your forehead would connect and start to use your bicep muscles to pull the upper body down. As you lengthen the spine, imagine the crown of your head is lengthening away from your tailbone. And as you exhale, pull. Start to heel your feet back towards one another. Exhale, inhale your way up. Hands overhead, left foot meets right. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, circle sweep arms overhead. Big step out with the left foot. Hands come parallel. Turn your left toe forward and then come in and out of the lunge a few times. Sinking low into your warrior two. Your back foot is parallel, knife edge of the foot, parallel to the edge of your mat. Front knee stacked over the ankle. Reach forward, flip your front palm, and reverse your warrior, allowing your back hand to glide down the back leg or come around for a half bind, like you're reaching for your front pocket. Exhale, extended side angle. Here, you've got lots of options. 2 arms reaching away from one another at 6 and 12 o'clock. Or resting elbow on the thigh. Another option here, taking a block. So take your choice. Just remember that the body is feeling flat, like it's being pressed between 2 panes of glass. So check in. Are your glutes sticking out behind you? If they are, tuck them in so that your tailbone's pointing straight back towards the wall behind you. You're gently drawing your right shoulder towards the wall behind you. Your gaze turns up past your aerial fingertips. Chin is close to your right shoulder. Inhale, warrior 2. Extend through the front leg, preparing for triangle. If you'd like to, you can shorten your stance a bit. Reach forward, bump your hips back, and tilt upper body down. Again, lots of options here. You can rest hand on the shin. You don't have a block. Hovering above the mat, maybe you're touching the mat or on a block. Take your pick. You should feel a nice stretch through your inner thighs, and you're kind of scissoring them towards one another. In this posture, also feeling flat, like you're being pressed between 2 panes of glass. Exhale, release your right arm down towards the mat. Step the back foot in a bit. Allow the back foot to be at a 45-degree angle. If you have a block, you're welcome to use it here. We're going to reverse our triangle. Right hand down, left hand towards the sky. Exhale, release the hand down. Working our way into pyramid pose. So the feet should be about 3 feet apart, maybe stepping the back foot in just a tad. You want to square your hips off towards the front. From here, you can keep one hand on either side of the foot. If you'd like to use blocks, you're welcome to keep a straight spine here and use your blocks. If you'd like to try out more of a hatha form, maybe trying to tuck your chin as deeply as you can in towards your chest, taking small sips of air in and out through the nose, and connecting forehead with knee, however you can. If you need to bend the knee, you're welcome to gain that forehead to knee connection. Eventually trying to maintain the forehead to knee connection with 2 straight legs. Make sure your gaze is up towards your belly. Belly's drawing in towards the spine. Engage your inner thighs, scissoring them towards one another. And gently begin to work your way out of it, bringing the hands back together. Inhale your way up, pressing your right hip forward as you come all the way up. Pivot on your heels to face the right side. Right foot meets left. Exhale, arms by your side. Take a nice deep circle through the shoulders, one direction and the other. Inhale, circle, sweep arms overhead. Take a big step out to the right. Hands coming down halfway, coming into our wide-legged forward fold, staring forward fold. You're welcome to come down like we did before, or if you'd like for a shoulder rinse, turn so you can see, interlacing the hands behind your low back and then straightening through the arms as much as you can. Allow your toes to face straight ahead. As you exhale, come down with a straight spine. Coming all the way down, let your head relax, no tension in your neck. Then you can start to work the arms up and overhead, trying to keep your palms pressed towards one another, little room for lighter air between them. If you have tight shoulders, you're welcome to use a strap or towel between your hands. From here, just take a few minutes to breathe. We're lowering our heart rate as the head is below the heart. Also bringing fresh oxygenated blood to the brain. So many benefits here to this posture, helping improve our memory, function, cognition. Engage your core. Start to inhale your way up, bringing hands out to the side. Come all the way up. From here, right foot meets left, hands overhead. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, arms overhead. Big step out with your right foot. Hands come parallel to the mat. Turn your right toes to face forward and sink in and out of your lunge a few times. Your warrior two. Then sinking down nice and low in your warrior two. Eventually the front leg is parallel to your mat. Reach forward, flip the front palm, and reverse your warrior. Find that place where you left off on the other side. Try to sink it nice and low, not coming out of our lunge. Exhale, extended side angle. Feel your energy drawing you upwards, so you're not collapsing into this side, but you're reaching up and out of your left fingertips. The two legs are working evenly. Weight distribution is even between them. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten through the front leg, setting up for pyramid or trikonasana, triangle. Step the back foot in just slightly. Bump your hips back, reach forward, and tilt upper body down. If you used a block on the other side, feel free to use a block here, or rest hand on the shin, etc. Engage, root the feet down into the mat, and then engage the inner thighs, squeezing them towards one another. Draw the belly in towards the spine, and allow your chest to spiral upward towards the sky. Exhale, release, left hand down. We're going to reverse our triangle. Step the back foot in slightly. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. And then setting up for pyramid. Step the back foot in slightly. Bringing the hands together if you did on the other side, maybe crossing the thumbs or keeping them separate for a little balance support. Tuck the chin. When you're ready, find your forehead to knee connection. And gently begin to bring hands back together. Inhale your way up. Pivot on the heels to face the front, right side of the room. Feet together. Exhale, arms by your side. We'll take it down to our mat now. So if you like, have some water. Perhaps give yourself a little bow to your hard work, your standing series. And then we'll meet back in Shavasana. As you start to melt down into this Shavasana, work your shoulder blades down your spine. Allow your ankles to spill open towards the sky. Let your palms face the sky in a sign of receiving. If you'd like to feel a little more rooted, connected to the earth, you can turn your palms to face down. Allow your gaze to be fixed on one tiny speck above you. Do your best to quiet the chatter of the mind. Let yourself just be. Start to bring back some sensation wiggling fingers and toes. Pavanamuktasana, wind-removing pose is next. Invite the right knee in. Release all 10 fingers 2 inches below the knee on the shin. As you exhale, draw the knee out and around the rib cage towards your right shoulder. A little pinching sensation in your right hip is okay. That's what you're after. If it feels good, you can roll your ankle out. We're working the ascending colon on this side. So good for our digestive system, getting those digestive enzymes going. Use your bicep muscles here. Pull, 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 and change. Release the right leg down. Invite the left leg in, interlacing opposite fingers, opposite thumb on top. As you exhale, draw the left leg out and around. Working the descending colon on this side. Keep both shoulders pressed down firmly into the mat as you pull, pull, pull. And change. Release the left leg long. Invite both legs in, this time giving yourself a big bear hug, grabbing for opposite elbows, forearms, or wrists, whatever you can. In this posture, knees and feet stay side by side. Draw the knees towards the chest, and as you do, begin to press your sacrum, your tailbone, down into the mat. Feel the length of your lower spine. And change. Feet up towards the sky, hands to the low back for support. If you have sensitive low back, you can take a bend in the knees or skip this altogether. As you exhale, lower the legs down 30 degrees. And then 60 degrees. Then 90. You're at a low hover. Look towards your toes and flutter kicks here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You're over halfway there. 2 and 1, inhale, feet high. Exhale, lower them down 30 degrees. And 60. And 90, you're at a low hover, point your toes, look towards them. Scissor kicks, one over the other. You've got this as fast as you can. You're almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, legs go high. Last time as you exhale, lower down to an internal count of 8. Slow and steady with control. When you get there, you can release all the way down into the mat. Allow your hands to come out to the sides. Inhale the arms up overhead. Stretch the body out. Preparing for a transitional sit-up here. Cross the thumbs, flex the feet, in, up. Double exhale, reaching for your toes, and then turn, coming down to lay flat on your belly. We're coming into some spine strengthening work here. So the first one we're going to do, the first posture is Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Inhale, begin to peel the ribs up off the mat. Use your back strength here. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Lengthen through your legs. Lengthen through your upper body. See if you can come up just a little bit more. Maybe you put a little pressure in your hands. You shouldn't feel any pressure in your low back. If you do, back off, come down a little bit more. Move with your breath a few times. As you inhale, lift. And as you exhale, come down halfway. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it down. Once more, really make it count. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Left ear to the mat. Arms by your side. This is your belly down Shavasana. Let go of any tension you're holding on to. Let your muscles be completely melted down into your mat. Shavasana, Locust Pose. Bring your arms out to the side, like little airplane wings. Pick your destination and take off. Lift off, look up, go up, reach up. Where the eyes go, the body follows. So look upward, lift your arms to head height. feet to head height. Lift them up a little higher. Find your edge and change. Release it down. Right ear to the mat, arms by your side. Full locust. Purna Salabhasana, rolling side to side, roll onto your arms so your palms are face down on your mat like you're about to bunt a volleyball. You're rolling all the way on to your elbows. A little discomfort here the first few times you practice in your elbows, and that's okay, that's normal. Connect your chin to the mat. It's important not to turn your head or neck in this posture to help prevent neck injury. Engage your right leg, point the toe, and lift. Right leg high. Let both hip bones press down into your forearms as you're lifting so hard, so high. Straight leg, no bend in the knee. Point your toe towards the back wall. Lift it up towards the sky. One more inch and change. Release it down. Shake it out. Let it go. Lock out the left leg. Point the toe and lift. Left leg high as you can. Straight leg. Find your edge, your depth. One more inch. You've got it. And change, release it down. Wiggle the hands a little closer towards the knees. Preparing for both feet this time. Mouth connects to the mat like you're about to kiss the mat. Engage both legs. Zip them up as you exhale. Let everything out. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. And change, release it down. Arms out to your side. Left ear to the mat and let it go. Bow pulling pose is next. Bend the knees, grabbing hold of the tops of the feet from the outside of the feet. If you can't grab hold of both today, that's okay. You can do one at a time. We'll do 2 sets. Point your toe, activate, and lift. Lift both toes up towards the sky, creating a teardrop shape with the body. Where the eyes go, the body follows. Look up, lift up, go. Feel your shoulders open as your toes are reaching towards the sky. And change. Release it down. Arms by your side, right ear to the mat. Second set, if you're doing the opposite leg, go for it. If you did a first set with both legs and you want to take an option of rocking horse, you're welcome to. In rocking horse, you'll grab hold of the ankles instead of feet and you'll flex the feet like they're standing on the ceiling. Thighs stay connected to the mat in rocking horse. So you'll try to just peel your feet back towards the wall behind you. You'll still feel the nice opening through your shoulders. Lift, lift, lift. And change. Arms by your side. Left ear to the mat. Let it go. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Gently press yourself back to a nice child's pose. Giving your lower back a nice thank you for its hard work today. If it feels good, you can shift side to side. Here, we'll thread the needle, taking our right hand, thread it underneath the left arm. Bring your right cheek all the way down to the mat. You should feel a nice stretch through your right shoulder. Exhale, brings the right hand back to center. We'll switch sides. Left hand threads underneath, left ear down to the mat. Palm can be face down or face up. See what feels best for you. Exhale, brings the left hand back to center. Inhale brings you forward onto all fours. Curl your toes under and send your hips high to a downward facing dog. Just notice how different this feels than the first downward facing dog. Maybe your heels come a little bit closer. Maybe they're connected to the mat now, feeling a little more open through your hamstrings. Inhale the right leg up high. Exhale, bring it through, setting up for a pigeon. So your knee is in line with the right wrist, ankle in line with the left. Here I like to take a block or roll towel and place it on the outer side of my right hip. This helps me to open up a little bit more, giving myself a little bit more support. As you're ready, start to work your way down, crossing forearms, resting your forehead on them. And find that place where it feels best for you, where you're getting the best stretch. For me, that's directly with my hips centered over my legs. Sometimes it feels better for some people to be off a little bit to one side or the other. So just check it out, see what feels good for you. And when you're ready, find that place where you can totally melt down into the posture and just surrender. Gently begin to work your way back onto your hands. Curl your left toe under and send your right leg back. Downward facing dog, walk it out a little bit if it feels good. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bring it through. Setting up for pigeon on this side. Drop the back knee down, top of foot flat. Check in that your right leg is straight behind you. And if you did on the other side, take your block to the outer side of that thigh or hip. And as you're ready, start to work your way down, crossing the opposite arm over in the Nakrasana. Forehead rests on forearms. Gently begin to work your way back onto your hands. Curl the right toe under, send the left leg back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, HA. Cleansing, cooling breath here. Once more like this. Inhale, fill your lungs as full as you can. Exhale it all out, HA. Bring your knees down, mat width apart, big toes touching, and send your hips back to child's pose. Have a little sip of water if you like. And when you're ready, we'll work our way down onto our backs. Coming into some final stretching here, I'm going to grab my strap. Feel free to grab a strap or towel. Loop it over the ball of the right foot and extend your right foot up. Your left leg can be bent if you're really tight through the hamstrings, or if you can, you want to extend, you're welcome to. Flex your toes towards the nose, and maybe after a few breath cycles, you can start to use your bicep muscles to pull the leg a little closer. Check it out and see what your body's calling for. Maybe not. Maybe this is right where you'll stay. Try to press both hip bones down towards the mat. Press your lower spine into the mat. Feel the length of your right hamstring all the way up through the calf, through your toes. See if you can press the soft part of the knee back towards the wall behind you, engaging your quadricep. Take the strap into the right hand, extend your left arm out to the side, and gently allow the leg to fall open, just as far as it will. No need to press it all the way down into the mat. You can let it hover where it will. If it feels good, you can even rest it on a block or a rolled towel. You can turn your gaze the opposite direction, helping to counterbalance that weight. Engage your core and bring the leg back to center. Change grip. Grabbing onto the strap with the left hand, extend your right arm out to the side. Working into our IT band. Probably won't be able to come down as far on the side. That's okay. Just allow the leg to hover where it feels comfortable. See if you can straighten that leg a little bit more. Notice the different sensations there. Just breathe into it. Exhale brings you back to center. Release the strap and hug the knee in. Exhale, release it down. And we'll switch sides. The left leg extends towards the sky. Try to relax your bottom leg as much as you can. Try not to hold any tension there, but just to let it be. If you did on the other side, perhaps using your biceps to help draw the leg in just a little bit. Try to straighten through the leg as much as you can. Find length there. Breathe. Taking the strap into the left hand, extend the right arm out. Allow the leg to fall open towards the left with control. Engage the core, bring it back to center, and we'll switch sides. to center. Release that foot. Hug it in. Give it a nice squeeze and release it down. Nice job. Go ahead and hug both knees in. Rock back and forth a few times. Rolling like a ball. Giving yourself a nice little spinal massage. We'll come back, heading right into happy baby, grabbing the outsides or insides of the feet. See what feels best for you. And you're free to rock side to side. Be as playful as you like in these postures. Maybe extending one leg or the other. Giving yourself a nice spinal massage. Press the sacrum down into the mat. Press your feet into your hands and just notice the sensations here. Sorry guys, it timed out on me. All right. And when you're ready, allow yourself to drift off into your final Shavasana. Extend your legs. Place your palms face up towards the sky. Roll those shoulders down. Allow your eyes to close. You're welcome to stay here in this final resting posture as long as you like. Thank you for practicing with me today. The divine light in me bows to and respects the divine light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Bye, everybody.